Let's end a great GDQ with a Demon Souls run. I absolutely agree on that front. And speaking of flying along, I swear this thing jumps another couple grand every time I look at it. The Demon Souls incentive to get that game added to the schedule. Currently, we are at $118,679.43 out of the $250,000 that we need. We're just a little under halfway there. Keep it coming. I know it looks like we've got a lot of time left on that, but time moves so fast here. So keep those donations coming. Okay, that's everything I've got. You know how much I love introducing you all to things that you've never seen before? Well, now I get to introduce you all to something that the runner isn't even going to get to see at all. Super Mario 64, 70 stars, Blindfolded. Bubzia is ready. Let's go over to the run.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Bubzia, and today I'm gonna show you SM64, but without looking at the screen, basically, while being blindfolded. And not like last time, we did 16 star. This time we will get 70 stars, so we don't need to BLJ at all. We get a lot more stars, lots more strats going on. And with me, I have the legend himself, Charlie Brown 64. Hello.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Good to be here.
All right, and the run is pretty long, so I guess we just gonna go ahead and start. But first of all, there was a donation incentive to which blindfold I should wear. Is there any info about that?
Absolutely. The results are in with $8,183.50. The White Cat blindfold has been selected for your run.
Very good choice, guys. Very good choice. So yeah, I will mute myself for the commentator and the donation read and everything, so I will have only the game audio for myself. Otherwise it would be kind of a little bit of outside help, which is not really good in blindfolded. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to these headphones, which are connected to this screen behind me there, which is the game feed. So Charlie Brown, I give it up to you. I will count down when I start the run, if it's okay, and then we're just gonna start. All right. So this is blindfold number 1, just plain black. And then the blindfold that we all wanted is this beautiful one. I'll just put both on top, like, why not? No, honestly, the black one is kind of a tiny bit more comfortable, so I like to have it underneath the other blindfolds too. So I'm blindfolded. I have game audio. I am good to go. And yeah, you will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, what's up, everyone, and welcome to Super Mario 64. My name is Charlie Brown 64, and I'm super excited to commentate Bubzia's blindfolded 70-star run today. So, of course, Bubzia won't be able to hear us during this run, so he can focus a little better, and so he won't be doing too much commentary himself. But we want to thank you all so much for giving us this amazing opportunity today. We're all really excited about it. So you may have already seen Bubzia's blindfolded 16-star run before, but in this run, there's a lot more stars to collect and a lot of really sick strats to cover. Most of this stuff has never been seen before in a marathon, so you guys are really in for a treat today. The current world record for this run is 1 hour and 26 minutes by Nobori56. He's a runner from Japan. And Bubzia's own PB is only about 20 minutes slower in second place with a time of 1 hour and 53 minutes. He recently just got that PB, actually. Bubzia's first ever attempt at this category was almost 2 years ago, and that run took him over 5 hours to complete. So needless to say, he has improved a lot since then. So the first trick we're actually going to go for here is the same trick that you see in visual runs. It's going to be Lakitu skip. Bubzia's consistency is only about 10% on this, but I have seen him land it before. Let's see if he gets it. Coming up to the bridge now. It's a bit far right. Oh, it was actually so close. Still a very good try, though. I have seen him get that before. It's really sick when he hits it. At the very least, he didn't land in the moats. That's always good. Now, so when doing a blindfolded run, you might think that you can just play through the game normally, just using the same muscle memory that you've built, just playing the game with your eyes, but really that's not the case. In reality, every single input has to be planned out ahead of time, and there's really very little room for any improvisation. Even just the smallest mistake means that you might have to restart, and you could end up with a huge time loss. So the most important thing to figure out in this run is a balance between both speed and consistency, with consistency being the most important aspect, especially here in a blindfolded run. So with that being said, there's a few different strats that you can use in a blindfolded run. The first one being what's called a normalized strategy. So normalized strategies are basically any strat that's done in such a way that the outcome is exactly the same every single time. This can include using the notches on a control stick or using a wall or a corner to locate yourself in a consistent place in the level. These kind of strats are found all throughout the run, and we're going to see a lot of them here. And so for the first star here, we're going up to the Bomb King. For this fight, he's actually going to use the audio cues of the Bomb King's footsteps to actually know exactly where he is. So for the first throw, he actually is going to let the bomb throw him across the stage here. And then as soon as he gets up, he's going to do a few backflips. Wait for the bomb, just 3 steps. And that's the first throw. And then it's just a repeat of two more throws, and that's the fight. Once again, you can hear he's listening for a very specific number of steps there. I think that's around 4 or 5 steps. And then he just has the throw. Very nicely done. Just one more time, and that's the fight. And pretty clean so far. Very nicely done. Very good first star. 1 out of 70 down. And so for the next star is going to be Koopa the Quick. It's very similar to the other star, except this time we just have to get up a little bit quicker. And there's no boss fight, of course. At the same time, we're just racing the Koopa. So once again, we're just going to go and talk to the Koopa here. But before we actually do go up the mountain, we are going to open the cannon. We get 3 stars here while we're in Bob and Battlefield for the first time through. And then later, we'll get the wing cap and activate the switch. So we'll be able to use the cannons later. Pretty simple stuff, all things considered, actually. And now that he's opened the cannon, he's going to make his way back up here, same as before. All he has to do here is just basically hold forward and then just time the long jumps. And then a specific number of kicks up, and then he's up. And now from here, it's pretty much the same. Once we get to the top of the mountain, we're going to be just waiting for the Koopa. So while we wait here, this is actually be a good time for some donations, I think.
I think I can get you set up with a few. Let's take a $250 donation from It's-A-Me that says, "Let's go." I've also got a $35 donation from Super Mario Seeing Eye Dog that says, "Woof." And Markway Family sends in $25. Dad joke time. What is Mario's favorite web browser? Yahoo! Let's get Super Mario Bros. 3 to 100%. Good luck to all the runners.
We're just waiting here. We can get a couple more in.
All right. We Go Giant sends in $55. There once was a plumber in red, a cake he would like to be fed. But first he must fight against Bowser, a fright, while a blindfold is upon his head.
All right, so for the next star, this is actually the first star that you get a lot in visual runs. We'll be doing Behind the Chain Chomp Skate. This is also a star that's done in 16 star. So once Bubzia has set up the camera here, very nice, he's gonna just go straight forward here and locate this corner in the fence over here. This is just again an example of a normalized strat. From right here, he knows exactly where he is just from hearing the shuffle. And then once he's in the corner here, he's gonna actually use the game's fixed camera option, which is something you don't see often in many visual runs, pretty much at all. So once he locks the camera in place here, he just listens for the chain chomp to jump. And then as soon as he hears that, he's gonna just walk to the left and make his way onto the pole. Just with the way the camera turns with how it's locked in, all he has to do is hold left there and he's on it. Very nicely done. That's a very clean star right there. And then once we get the star, that's BOB. At least the first time here. We do come back here for another time, a couple stars. Oh, just a little bit off. You just have to find the corner there as the backup. He was really close there, but always safe to use the backup there. Very nice. All right, and that's the first 3 stars in Bob and Battlefield. Like I said, we'll come back here for the wing cap stars. Those will be some very interesting ones. But now that we're done there, we're gonna go to the next stage, Cool Cool Mountain. We get pretty much every star here except for the 100 coin star. Oop, having trouble finding the doors there. It's actually pretty tricky to find doors, but once you just slide on the wall, you'll find it eventually. But so in Cool Cool Mountain, there's a couple of stars that are pretty long to get. For example, we do get the red coin star, but the reason we get that star is because it'll unlock the snowman head star later, which is a very short and easy star. But first, I believe that Bubzia is going to go for the slide star. This star is pretty similar to how you've seen visual runs. You do a sort of version of the skip. He's going to jump into this tree here and then just jump into the chimney. And then once he's here, he's going to turn the camera around and then just jump forward. And then once he's off the slide, he has to hold back for a certain number of beats and then make his way into the secret slide. Don't worry, for this race, it's not cheating. And see, it's very important to note there, for what he's doing there is actually he's listening to the beats of the music and holding certain directions forward or back depending on how many beats he's gone for. Now that he's down here, just has to make it with the door and then the star spawns. Very clean. I have seen him mess that up before, but this is a very good attempt. And then just hold up left and there's the star. All right, now for the next star, we're gonna do one of the coolest tricks in the entire game. You can already see Bubzia is praying that this works. We're gonna race the penguin. However, to do the race here, we're not gonna do it in the way you normally see. This is a very tricky one to do, but let's see if he gets it first try. He jumps into the tree, into the chimney, same way as before. But now the penguin spawned here. He's gonna go into this corner and then just talk to the penguin once and then not actually activate the race. You'll see what happens. So he walks up. He actually doesn't go. And then he's gonna frame perfectly jump off the side of the slide. And hopefully, if he's done this right, when he gets to the bottom of the slide, something pretty cool will happen. This looks pretty good so far. Nice, first try, let's go. So what he actually did there was he did a frame perfect long jump to activate the race at the bottom of the slide. So he doesn't even have to worry about racing the penguin at all. He's basically already down here and he's pretty much already won the race. And because we started the race at the end of the slide, it actually isn't considered cheating, and so it's all legit pretty much here. So now once he's found these coins, he's made it down. That's actually so sick that he got a first try. Bubzia was worried about this. This is already in the beginning of the run, one of the hardest stars to actually get. So it's really, really great that he got a first try. That's actually so sick. Very, very nicely done. One of the sickest tricks, and it's already going super well. This is a really good run so far. All right, so I believe next he's gonna get the baby penguin star, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so for this star, he's gonna jump into the other tree, actually slide up and dive onto the slope, and then slide back to grab the penguin. And then once he's there, he's actually gonna go back into the normal cam, and then gonna basically do it the same way you do it in the visual runs. Let's see if he gets this. This is pretty tricky to do without seeing. All right, very nice. That was perfect. Actually, perfect run. And now once the star spawned, he's gonna find the corner of the cabin over there to get another normalized spot. And then once he's there, he just has to long jump off the corner, and then he's got the star. Nice, super clean so far. This is really great. What he used to do there actually was he would actually jump up to the left and then just jump off and take fall damage. But it's a bit faster when he just does it the way you see in a normal run by just sliding down the slopes. All right, so next a pretty tricky star. This is gonna be the red coin star. Again, this star is pretty long, but the reason that we do it is because it unlocks a very short star right after this, the snowman head. Again, just very specific setups. Once he's in that corner, he knows that he's there. Just from the way the walking sounds go. He's gonna slide down here, and then once he makes it down to this slope here, he's actually gonna slide here, and he's just mashing Z there until he gets a ground pound. Very nice. Again, just finding this corner. Just very carefully sliding down. Makes it into the tree. That's an intentional tree grab right there. So far, so good. You're already halfway through the star. He's shuffling around, just making sure he gets these corners right. It's very easy to fall here, and I have seen him mess it up here. Again, all of this, like, Bubzia is right now making it look pretty easy, but I'm sure if you tried this yourself, you're gonna see it's pretty tricky. All right, very nice jump. That's a pretty muscle memory-based jump right there, but he makes it on pretty nicely. I'm having trouble finding the red coin, but he'll get it soon. Oh, he's so close. Oh, no, he's jumped too far. I think he knows, though. He knows he's close. Oh, please, don't jump off. Oh, no, I think he's gonna find the corner, though. Okay, very nice backup. That was very good. Nice, he knows exactly where he is. That's some very good awareness, actually. Very nice backup. And now that he's here, he's gonna just shuffle down this wall until he finds the warp. Nice, very nice. A little bit shaky right there, but very good. He's out alive so far. All right, and now for this last red right here, he's gonna find this wall, and then he's gonna just basically hold straight down until he slides into the last red. Very nice. This is all very good so far. Very clean. Just one more long jump. Nice, nice. Very, very nice. That was actually so good. All right, just 2 more stars to go now. I believe next he's gonna do wall kicks will work. All right, and now for this star, we're actually gonna see something similar to what Bubzia sees, if we get the camera right, that is. And that's actually nothing. Of course, Bubzia doesn't actually need to see here. If you listen closely, he's actually listening for the shuffle in the corner, so he knows that he's there, and then just sets up a couple backflips. And then using some, ooh, misses the wall kick there. This is all muscle memory here, and very nice. This is incredibly clean so far. This is actually some of the best I've seen him play, unironically. All right, just 1 more star to go in CCM. It's gonna be the Snowman Head Star. This is a pretty simple star. Again, this is the whole reason we got the red coins. Without the red coin star, you cannot get to this star. He's making his way up to the chimney here. We're going past the chimney this time instead to make it over to the Snowman Head. And this is actually interesting. A lot of people don't know this. This is a strat that was discovered by Nobori. When Bubzia is going down the slope, he's actually holding just straight up this entire time. He doesn't have to do anything. You can even see on the player cam, actually. No hands, just holding up the entire time, and this strat just works all the way down. Even now still, he's just holding straight up. And once he's down, he'll actually be in the perfect spot to lead the snowman body to where the head is. Very nice. And again, that was a strat discovered by Nobori. All right, pretty good. Very clean CCM. That's a very, very good start to the run so far. All right, and now we have more than 8 stars. So that means we can go to the first Bowser stage. So Bowser stages, there are some of the more tricky parts in the run, but it is nice with how the camera works. Basically, the camera only moves in 45-degree angles. So whenever he's going in directions, he can basically just hold cardinal directions on the stick to be able to basically pretty consistently get through the stage. But that combined with all the cycles makes this pretty difficult to account for. Basically, right now, he's listening to the music in stage to know exactly where these rotating platforms are. For this part specifically, though, he just needs a specific combination of movements and he's up. But for the next part, now he actually has to just listen to the cycles. Just a punch. So he's gonna backflip here, do a punch cancel, run to the left, and then just long jump up this ramp until he finds the next normalized spot, which is gonna be this crystal right up here. Once he's hit that, once he hears that shuffling sound, he knows that he's where he is. So he just long jumps to this platform, and here he's actually gonna pause buffer and then hold up to do a long jump. That's very important because it makes sure it's confirming that he gets a full up inputs and that he doesn't get a middle input or anything. Goomba wasn't in his way that time. Goomba was playing nice, and then we're pretty much through. Very good Dark World. All right, so now for the first Bowser throw, there's a couple of different strats here you can use. What Nobori actually does is he actually just spins Bowser and then does a pause buffer to actually, depending on what frame you pause on, the whoosh noise that Bowser makes will be different, and so you can actually do it that way. But it's pretty tricky, and Bubzia can't do it too consistently. So what he does instead here is a different strat. It's a bit slower, but much more consistent. He actually just damage boosts through Bowser, and as soon as Bowser turns around, he's gonna do a remote grab, and then just walk him towards the bomb pretty much. This is all very nice. That remote grab is a weird glitch. Basically, as long as Mario touches Bowser's tail and he's facing the same direction, it'll give him the tail grab. It doesn't care if he's actually still behind him or not. Just a couple more throws here and he should be able to get it. Oh, it's just like one more. You can see this strat's a bit slower than doing the throw, but it's very consistent, very hard to mess up. And then finally, he just has to get the key here, and that's the first Bowser stage. Very, very nice so far. I really can't overstate just how clean this run is right now. He's doing so well. All right, so that's the first Bowser stage. Next, we're gonna go into Whomp's Fortress. These are all the stars that you would see in the normal 16-star run, pretty much. We get everything here except for red coins at 100 coin. Just making his way here now. I believe the first star he's gonna go for is probably the Whomp King star, that's right. All right, and again, for this star, there's a couple of different strats you can do here. There's a recently newer strat where you can actually jump up on the slope to get onto to where the Womp King is a bit earlier. That's sort of similar to how the visual is. Oh, never mind, I'm wrong. He's actually gonna do Candleless first. Oh, and he does miss it though. I think he's gonna back it up with Wild Blue though. My mistake. I thought I was gonna do Womp King first, but no, Candleless makes more sense. Oh no, he's gonna actually just run off here. Just try again. That's all right. It's not too much of a time loss. So he's actually going to do Cannonless first. This is a star that actually is done very similarly to in visual runs. There's a very specific setup to be able to clip into the wall and do a ledge grab to grab the star without having to use the cannon. And you can actually do it pretty similarly. So Bubzia's just going to make his way up here, very nice this time. And he's going to find this ledge over here. He's going to keep shuffling until he makes it. Turn the camera once, couple punches, then kick over this piranha plant. And now once he does that, he's pretty much in position to do the exact same setup that he does in visual runs. He might, I think he's in a good position here. All right, good, he's not too far left. I thought he was maybe going to walk over the plank. But right here, it's the exact same setup you see in a visual run. Looks good. Very nice, that's very good. All right, now that star's done, I believe we're gonna do Wild Blue. This is a star that's, again, pretty easy to do overall. If you're actually gonna get into Blindfolded Speedrunning, this is the star that I think I would suggest you do first. So he just grabs this tree here, again, normalizing his position, jumps, and then turns the camera once. And then as soon as he gets around this corner, he's gonna find this corner here. He listens again for that shuffling sound. That's how he knows he's in that corner. And then just a one muscle memory side flip, and he's up. Very simple, very nicely done. All right, and now I believe he's going to do the Womp King star. This is a star, again, he's going to actually use the warp that's in the back of the stage over here to get up instead of doing what you would do in a normal speedrun and jumping up the slope. Again, this is all very specific timings here, just muscle memory. Here he's just going to hold rights until he finds the corner there in the warp, very clean. And then he's going to climb this pole up here, and he's basically just counting the number of shuffles up here, or he can wait for the one-up to spawn at the top, and that's how he knows when to jump. There he counts the shuffles. I believe it's something around like 18 to 20 shuffles, and then he gets up. And now here, it's similar to the Womp King fight. Basically, whenever the Womp King just stops running, that's when he knows to ground pound. Like right here. As soon as he stops walking like that, that's how he knows he's about to fall over, so he knows. There's a couple of jumps to the right, and then now for this last one, he should be perfectly lined up with the star. And he is. Very nice. This is very clean. Alright, and for the next star is a very similar star, just the Tower Star. Basically the exact same as the Womp King, except that he's going to just climb the tower instead. This would be a good time for a couple donations. It's basically the same star as the last one.
All right, I'm just going to read and let me know when to quit. I've got a $100 donation from Ekat. 70 stars with a blindfold? Sounds like absolute chaos. Bring it on. I've got a $100 donation from Triceratops. Wow, I did not see that coming. $50 donation from Invictus Rex. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what Bubzia is not seeing. This is incredible. $50 donation from Dr. SoMG PhD. Frame perfect trick without sight. What?
All right, and so for the last star, it's going to be the owl. For that last star right there, also, you could see he just does a very specific setup. He just punches the wall and does a double jump wall kick up. It's pretty similar to the last one, just a slight variation at the end. Now, you could try Owless blindfolded, but it's pretty much impossible, so we still use the owl here. And so for this, he's just counting the owl flaps. I think he holds right for 4 owl flaps, and then just hold neutral for the rest of the way for, I think it's 13 owl flaps. And then once he's over the star, he just ground pounds and he's on. Again, slight mistake on first attempt for Candleless, but other than that, still very good right now. And now we're going to go back into Bob and Battlefield soon, but before that, we're going to get two of the stars in the secret slide, and then we're also going to activate the wing cap before we go back into Bob and Battlefield. Just find the door here. And this is going to be another example of a star that uses beat counting. Again, you're going to probably be able to see Bubzia is going to bob his head to the beat of the music here, and that's how he basically knows exactly when he's going to just change directions or change his inputs. Now that he's in, yeah, you can see he's just jamming out to the music right now. And he just knows with his strats, he knows exactly how many beats he has to hold forward for here until he jumps and then holds a bit to the left. and then he's through. That's basically just the star. And now once he's down, he just has to find his way into the corner and then just do a couple. I think he just walks pretty much straight right with how the camera turns and get into the box. Yep, so once he's found this corner, again, you hear that shuffling sound. That's very important, just to know how you're in corners. It's a very useful tool to be able to find corners that way. And with just a couple punches and a run, he's just under the box. Very nicely done. All right, now we have the wing cap unlocked. It is possible to get the red coin star with when you're blindfolded, but it's pretty tricky here and pretty inconsistent. So all we really need here is just the switch here. And just simple as that, that's the switch. And then for the second star, it's going to be just the exact same as the first slide star. So again, this is a good time for some donations.
I think I can get you covered there. I have a $50 donation from Explosive Links. This blindfolded Mario 64 run is absolutely bonkers. Great job to the runner for his technical skill and to the commentator for his thorough explanation. Let's get that Demon Souls run for more GDQ. Quick update on that, we are now over $128,000 and the numbers just keep flying. Keep it coming. I also have a $25 donation from the Shade Master. If Mario uses the internet, do you think he has to delete his Bowser history? I also have a $250 donation from the Miffingtons. Been looking forward to Super Mario 64 all week. Best of luck, Bubzia, and thanks to everyone involved for another amazing GDQ.
All right, so now we're going to go back in Bob and Battlefield for 2 more stars. These stars both involve the cannons and the wing cap. That's the reason we're opening them for. So this next star he's going to do is what Bubzia considers to be probably the hardest star in the entire run, if not the hardest star in the entire run. He's going to go into the second cannon on the island, and he's going to make a very precise cannon shot. And when I mean precise, I mean pretty much as precise as you can possibly be. So first he's going to just make his way up here, and then once he's in the second cannon, what he has to do is he has to move the cannon as slow as he possibly can without going over. For this first cannon shot, he just has to go as low as he can, and then hold straight down here until he makes up the island. But now here, he has to be barely out of the dead zone for exactly 9.5 beats. You can already see the nerves are building up. He's going to be very concentrated here. He has to go, it's literal millimeters of precision here on the stick. Yeah, that was right there, that was too fast, for example. He has to just very slowly, as slow as possible. It's exactly, I think, 9 units in the game. He may not look like he's moving here, but that's because, he's just trying to move as slow as he possibly can. If he gets this first try, this will be absolutely huge. That looks pretty good. I think that's pretty good. And then once he gets here, he has to get the right inputs here. Nice. Nice. Let's go. That is the hardest star in the entire run, and getting it first try, that's absolutely sick. Just has to get it up here. Nice. That's actually so good. This run is very good right now. It's actually insane. Whew. All right, so now for the next star involved in Battlefield, he just has to, same as before, just get up to the island, and then he just gets the box on the island. So much easier star. Man, I can't. Oh, missing the box there. That's all right. I really can't believe that he got that first try. That's actually so huge. All right, just same as before. And Mario Cam holding forward again for the cannon here. And of course, in visual runs, it is possible to do this without the cannon, but it's, again, a very visual-based trick to do. It's what's called sky jump. But right here, just makes it up on the island the same way, and just right to the star. Very nice. This is, again, just such a clean run. It's really cool to see this. And so with that 18 stars, that's all the stars we have to get in lobby now. So next we're going to go down to the basement. And so the basement is a bit tricky with how the movement works. Unlike up here in the lobby where the camera stays in a pretty much fixed position, already here you're gonna see, oh, and he messed it up here. This is what I'm talking about. The camera basically follows Mario constantly behind him while he's going here, so it actually makes it pretty tricky to navigate around. Makes it through without too much mishap though. But so yeah, for the first star here, we're gonna get Mips the Rabbit. This is a star that we get twice here. Once when Mips spawns at 15 stars, and the second time when he spawns at 50 stars. We come back here later once we have 50 stars so we can get the next Mips. So he's just gonna lure him into the corner over there, and then once Mips is in the corner, he's gonna make his way up to the opposite corner, and then just use a very specific camera setup to be able to grab Mips. Let's see if he pulls it off. This looks good so far. This is all very consistent. Bubzia has practiced this very thoroughly. Trying to get the camera to... Oh no, though. He actually messes it up. I cursed him. He's a bit lost. You might have to reset here. Yeah. This, again, just because of how the camera works, it's very tricky to be able to actually just know exactly where you are, and so he's gonna have to try one more time.
Hey, Mario!
He looked good for a second. I think he may have missed a punch on the wall to be able to make him to the right spot. I think he has to be a bit spaced out from the wall, if I'm not mistaken. Not too bad, though. That's about, I want to say, 30 seconds of time loss. Assuming he can make it in pretty quickly. Might be a bit more. Of course, Bubzia does know all the backups for this, though, to be able to make it back into the basement, so it's not too bad. Just make sure he goes in with the right door here. Alright, and we're back in the basement. He has to open the door again, of course. And also, of course, he is saving after every star. It is possible to game over in these runs, especially with how inconsistent some of these tricks can be. It's not bad, though. He's going to give it another go. Alright, same as before. He's going to make his way to this corner. It's a little bit further right this time, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Once the camera turns, I believe he'll start getting a faster walk. Yep, and then as soon as he gets that faster walk, he knows which way the camera's pointed. And let's see if he gets this set up the second time. Alright, he's found the corner. And there's the punch. And this looks much better. Now this is the camera that he wants. And once he holds down and just dives into Mips, this should be it. Nice. Alright, good second try. Very clean. Alright, without too much hassle, he gets Mips. Second try isn't too bad. This is the first, I'd say, sort of major mistake in the run. Overall, very good still, though. Next, we're going to go to Shifting Sandland. We get 2 stars here. The first star we're going to get is the Bird Star. Both of these stars involve getting over that sand dune over there, which for Bubzia, in Bubzia's case, he's going to use the Crazy Box. It is possible to do both these stars without that, but it's just a bit more consistent this way. And this is the strat that Bubzia prefers. Now he's going to make his way to this pillar. This is pretty tricky here. That's all muscle memory right there to make sure he gets up on the pillar. And once he's up here, he's basically just going to spam ground pounds until the bird runs into him. This is a bit random here. Missed the first one. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, no, he just barely missed it. Come on. I think he'll be fine. Oh, no. One more. Oh, no, I think he's going to have to wait now. Oh, it's so close. This is, again, one of those things. It's just very difficult to get it right. Close. Oh, come on. Yes, he's just trying to get a different timing now to make sure to try to get it. Oh, it's so close. You know, when you can see it, you might think that, oh, he's just right there. But, I mean, like, he's completely in the dark here, and this is unfortunate here. It's pretty much random whether he gets it or not.
This bird.
It's so close, dude. Almost there. Oh, there it is.
No, it kicked.
He did kick off,
Yeah.
unfortunately. I think he might be able to get it. No, he has to restart. With that kick, he actually was into a spot where he doesn't know exactly where he is, so he has to try again. That's unfortunate, too. A bit of a time loss. No problem, though. Just gonna try again. This is a pretty tricky star, of course. Again, this movement to get over to the pillar, it's pretty hard. And what's also hard about this stage and also with the lava lane is there's no beat counting in the music pretty much. It's a very like rhythmless kind of music until about a minute in, so you can't really rely on beat counts either. There it is, much better this time. Bubzia's shaking his head at that, so is the bird, but pretty alright so far. Alright, and then for the next star in Shifting Sandland, the last one we need here, it's gonna be just the top of the pyramid star. Very similar to that star, it's just that we get it once we get over with the Crazy Box, we just have to go up the pyramid. It's a slightly different camera also. Same setup as before, just to get to the Crazy Box. Different camera this time, though. Once he's up, I believe he just has to hold straight up to slide down. And then just 2 long jumps, and he's up there. All right, very, very clean. Nice job, nice job, nice job. All right, and we do go into Lethal Lava Land eventually, but we won't go there until after we're done with upstairs. So just so whenever the 50-star MIP spawns. So instead, now we're gonna go into Hazy Maze Cave and get pretty much almost all the stars here. We get all the same stars that you get in 16-star, plus a couple of extra. And I believe the first star he's going to go for is the elevator clip star. This is a star that you see in 16-star. And so for this stage, he's going to employ again the lock camera a lot. For this main room here, the camera follows Mario in some very strange ways. So as soon as he walks into this room, he already has R held. And so he just knows exactly where he is. He's able to just get a lot of more consistent angles. And now for this, he's going to do the elevator clip. This is very similar to how it's done in visual runs, except instead of lining up visually, he just does a setup like that with timing with the elevator to make it down. Very clean, very nicely done. And now next, I believe he's going to go into that same room and do the Christmas Miracle Star, also known as the Metalhead Star. Once again, just using the lock camera. This again just makes sure that the camera doesn't turn around for where Mario is. It just makes it a little more consistent. So now once he's in here, he's going to do again something very similar to visual runs. He's going to set up a triple jump wall kick here. This is again a very tricky jump. This is all muscle memory right here with this jump. He's basically going to just like spam A for a lot of it to be able to make this jump. Get the timing down with the double jump first. Oh no, and he misses it. That's not bad though. He'll just have to go back in and out of the room to back it up. He missed the door actually though. Once again, finding doors is very tricky in this game when you can't see them. Not bad though. He's just gonna have to reset the camera and try again. Here's the setup again. He's gonna try the triple jump one more time. Nice. All right, and now he's gonna actually keep the lock camera here though, and for a specific number of beats, he's gonna make his way onto the switch. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, and he just misses it. It is possible to hit that on first try, but he does have a backup for it in case he misses it, which in this case he has. He's a little bit far right here, so he just has to kick off the wall and just locate where he is. Now he hears water when he kicks off, so he knows he's pretty close. He just has to move a bit further to the left. I think it's gonna take one more after this one. Yeah, still just a bit farther right. I think just one more. Oh, it's actually going back right. I think he might think that he's I think he thinks he's too far left actually. I think this might cause a problem, but now he's back on ground, so now he knows. Now he knows exactly where he is. He's gonna shuffle all the way back to the right, try again until he hits water. This might work. He might be a bit far right though. No, it's good. All right, very nice. Again, just confirming. That's another example, just a normalized strat. He's making sure exactly where he was. See, because of course when we can see, we know that he's too far right. And but I'm thinking that when he hits water, he's gonna just know that he's there. But of course, he's assuming he's too far left there, so he moves all the way to the right until he finds ground. Very nicely done, though. That's very good awareness. All right, so I believe next he's gonna go and do the Toxic Maze Star. This is another star that's only done in 70 star for Blindfolded. This isn't done in 16 star. He's gonna make his way over here to this other side of the room, and he's gonna do a double jump wall kick up and clip through this floor right here to make it up. This is also something that's kind of done in the visual run. And so once he's here, he's gonna make his way down through the elevators and just make it to the star. This is pretty simple from here for the stars. This is another good time for some donations.
Absolutely. We are getting a lot of love for this run, and we're getting a little bit of love in donation form, too. I've got a $250 donation from Meg and Orjan. This is so impressive. Thank you so much for all the incredible runs and the difference y'all make in the world. Let's go! I've also got a $50 donation here from Froge. My fiance and I have had some of our favorite memories playing Mario 64 and its many mods, so runs like this make us especially fond. Michelle, I know you're writing right now, but I'd never let that stop me from embarrassing you. Love you and Mario 64 a whole lot. And I have a $250 donation from Maya Like Papaya. I'm so proud of the work that all of you do for this amazing cause. A special shout out to my favorite host and prize gnome. The kids and I love you and love watching you. Love you, baby. I love you too, baby. Kiss the kids for me, okay?
Aw.
Yeah, that's my wife.
Oh, that's actually so great. All right, so you'll notice for what he did right there, actually, if you missed it, he actually is still in lock cam, but what he did was go into the C up cam while still in lock cam, and that allows Mario to turn the camera while he's standing still, and so he's able to find an actual different position for that star. That's again a very just niche example of using the lock cam. You're never going to see that in pretty much any run outside of this. Again, just very nicely done. Just one more star to get here in HMC. It's just going to be the Rolling Rock star. And once again, this takes advantage of the lock cam once again. But in this case, it's actually RNG. Oh no, he actually fell. That's a bit tricky there. He just didn't mash a little fast enough. Not too bad though, just about a 20-second time loss. Again, still a very clean run so far overall. But alright, so for this right here, the boulders that fall on him are actually RNG, whether they go left or right. Let's see if he gets some good luck right here. Alright, and it's good. But if he does get hit here, the lock cam makes sure that the camera doesn't turn behind Mario again, so it just makes it a bit more normalized. So now that he's through, he just has to find the corner, bring the camera over, and then just a side flip wall kick up, and that's it. Very nice. And that's all of Hazy Maze Cave. Alright, and now next we're going to go into a pretty cool star, the Vanish Cap star. But before we do that, I think we're actually going to get what's probably one of the hardest stars in the entire run. Look at that. Look at the amount of technicality involved in this star. Look at how much precise movement he needs to get on that. And so close. And he got it. Very nice. Very clean star so far. That's a really tricky star to get. All right, but now we're going to go into Vanish Cap. Again, he has to navigate through the basement. Again, this movement's, again, pretty tricky just because of how the camera works. The camera again just follows Mario this whole time, so he has to make sure he knows exactly where he's going. Again, this all probably looks pretty simple to do visually, but when you can't see it, it's very, very difficult. And then once he's through this water, he's gonna just make it to these pillars, and he's gonna turn the camera in a very specific way to be able to make it onto the second one. Goes into Mario Cam C up, and then goes back down to straighten it out. Very clean though. All right, and now once he gets through, he's gonna go into the Vanish Cap star. This is another star that's very tricky, very cycle based, and he's again gonna listen to the music of the stage to know exactly where he is in the cycle. We're also gonna see some swag tricks. Hopefully he's gonna get it. All right, all here again. He's using the beat counts of the Vanish Cap music to make it down. You can see him bobbing his head here, just so he knows exactly what cycle he's on. Or not cycles, rather. He just knows exactly where to go. But once the music stops, that's when he listens to the cycle. And judging by when the music is, he knows exactly what cycle the platforms are on, so he knows exactly where to go. Oh no, he hit an invis wall. That's actually very strange. I've never seen that before. He's gonna have to restart here.
This is fine.
Or is it fine? He's still fine. Again, just because of the fact that he knows what cycle he's on here, he's going to be able to back it up fine. That's actually so
Holy
strange.
shit, as if I backed this up, dude.
I've never seen that invis wall before. That's actually so rare. This is a great backup, though. All right, he's on a good cycle now. He's going to make it through. And now for this platform right here, he's actually going to not hold anything at all here. Just let him slide onto the next platform. That looks pretty scary, but he's not even doing anything there. All right, a little bit of a mishap, but a very good backup. All right, and now he's gonna go for the Siglemic. This is, again, very tricky to do, but if he does get it, it'll be absolutely insane. He has practiced this before, but he needs a frame-perfect input. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, let's go, dude. Oh my God, I cannot believe he just got that. Let's go. Dude, oh my God, that's a first frame wall kick and one frame input without seeing. That's actually absolutely insane. That doesn't even save time. He's just doing it for swag. That is so amazing. Oh my God. This is absolutely insane. I cannot believe this. All right. Now, we're gonna calm down a bit. We're gonna go into BBH. This is a pretty simple stage here. Oh my God, I can't believe he actually just got that. That's actually so good. Oh, you missed the boo. That's fine. He's just gonna have to wait for him. Dude, I can't get over this. I can't believe that he actually just got that. He has been practicing it. He's still smiling. I'm still smiling. Oh my god. All right, so BBH. This is a pretty simple, straightforward stage. It's actually I'd say about as boring in Blindfolded as it is in the visual run. Very simple stuff here. The camera's always fixed in a single location, so it's very easy to just normalize everything. This star, again, very similar to just how it's done in the visual run. Only difference is you just have to find some setups with the corners. It's all looking pretty good so far. Again, this is a very straightforward one. 3 more boots to go. Gets hit by the eyeball there, that shouldn't be a problem. And he's just to find the corner here. Gets hit by the eyeball on the way back too. But yeah, this is pretty clean so far. Alright, very nice. Again, very simple stars here. It's very easy to just normalize all of this. It's very similar to the castle lobby, in fact, just like how all these individual rooms are. I think he's a little bit far forward, though, on the boost air. No, he's good, though. He adjusts back. I was worried that he wasn't going to make it on the stairway, but no, it's pretty good here. And as simple as that, he's on the star. Very nicely done.
Here we go!
And again, here I believe we get every single star except for the 100 coin star. Very nice entry, but much cleaner this time. I think next he's going to go for the merry-go-round star, but I could be wrong. I forget what order he does here exactly. But no, it looks like he is going to. Alright, again, this star, again, pretty similar to how it's done in the visual run. You just have to make your way down here and kill the booze. It's not really anything super special. But the one thing different is here that once he's actually just gonna make his way across this room here, and then once the boosts spawn, he's just gonna basically spam ground pounds until they get to where he is. So now he really doesn't have to think about it at all. He's just, again, just waiting for these boosts to come to him, and he's just gonna spam the ground pounds. Pretty simple stuff. This is probably another one of those stars you could probably learn blindfolded if you really tried. It's still pretty nice to have this little calm before everything's gonna happen, especially after that Siglemic and right before all the stuff in upstairs and Fire Sea. It's gonna be pretty crazy stuff coming up. But in the meantime, the next 2 stars are pretty simple, so I think this is a good time for some donations.
Sounds good. Just let me know when to quit.
Sure.
I've got a $250 donation from Andrew McFarlane. Mario 64 Blindfolded? Madness! Kron Burgundy sends in $100. Mario games are unforgiving, especially Blindfolded. There's not much room for error. I heard that. Shotgun Pete sent in $100. That blindfolded cannon shot. I don't even play the game and I dropped my jaw. Sick, dude. My favorite part of the summer is always SGDQ. I've got a $125 anonymous donation. Watching with my husband and our dog Scallion. Even if I tried the 70-star route without a blindfold, I wouldn't be able to do it this fast. Also, Mr. Game & Shout, can you let Scallion know he's a good boy? He'd love to hear it from you. Yeah, hold on. Scallion.
Oh, God.
Scallion.
Oh, God.
Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Still more?
Oh yeah. One thing I will say though before about the star though, Bubzia's having a bit trouble getting this eyeball, but I think he might be able to be fine. The only really tricky part about this star, oh no, he's off though. He might have to restart this. The main tricky part about this star is that if you miss the wall kick going up to the mansion, you're actually gonna make it it's gonna be a bit harder to make it through the painting in time. All right, he still knows where he is though. Oh, it's actually strange how this is happening though. I'm actually not exactly sure what's going on here. Basically, just to run around the eyeball, I think he's going to try a pause buffer to get around with these specific directions. That's how he used to do it, at least. All right, there it is. All All right, bit of a mishap there, but not too bad. Pretty well done, I think.
Here we go.
That's all I wanted to say for that star. The next 2 stars, I think, also good for some donations.
Awesome. Let's take a $500 donation here from Peaches Danny. Excited to be watching another wonderful GDQ event. Looking forward to the Mario 64 and Mario 3 runs. Absolutely. And a quick update on that Mario 3 incentive. We're still working on that upgrade to 100%. We are just over $33,000 out of $75,000 that we need. So not quite halfway there, but still moving. Keep them coming. Ray sends in $1,500. Pulling out the guns to donate on behalf of members from the Video Game Vinyl Collectors Facebook group. As audio cues are important to Bubs, audio appreciation is important to us at VGVC. Putting this towards the Mario 3 upgrade to 100%. Let's go! NEF sends in $70. Here's 70 stars, I mean dollars, because this run is utterly stellar and inspiring as a games designer. Hearing what cues Bubzia is using to be able to navigate the environment without sight has been so informative, and I hope I can take these learnings into making future games more accessible for players who, for whatever reason, are not able to see the screen. Good luck with the rest of the run, Bubzia. Mothman sends in $250. We are watching the Dark Souls of Mario 64 right now. I would like to watch the Dark Souls of the Dark Souls series. Let's get that Demon Souls run. And checking in on that as well, it keeps climbing, just short of $137,000.
Bubsy's having a bit of trouble here. He's got hit by the eyeball. I think he knows where he is,
Did
though.
push me back in?
Yeah, they pushed him back in.
What a jerk.
The eyeballs are not being kind to Bubzia today. That's a very strange thing happening there. Besides that, though, pretty clean reds overall. Again, most of these stars are pretty easy to practice everything just because it's all compartmentalized into the rooms. That's a pretty cool jump right there, that double long jump through the box. Very nicely done. All right, and I believe just 2 more stars to get through here. They're both pretty quick stars. Again, like I said, this stage really is about as boring as it is in the visual run. There's not really too much to talk about, I'd say. But again, it's a really good calm before just everything that's about to happen. And those
More donations? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, $129 from iMac. Hats are red, overalls are blue. You'd think he can see, but Bubsy has tricked you. And Beautiful James sends in $250 with a comment we're all thinking. Frame perfect wall kick while blindfolded? We're not worthy! Corvallis Wolf sent in $70. This is nothing short of amazing. Donating $1 for every star that Bubzia doesn't see. Top Gun sent in $250. Just turned on the stream to see a man playing Super Mario 64 blindfolded. Is this real life? It is very real life. It is very real life. Also, Charlie, I don't know if you noticed, but people are loving the commentary on this one, man. You're
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, you're really helping us make sense of what's going on here. Like, my head is spinning.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's all honestly like pretty simple stuff. Like once you I know Bubsy even claims that blindfold spearning is way easier than people make it out to be. We're really trying to look for more runners and more people. Like try even just 1 star doing this. You'll see that it's not actually too difficult in a lot of cases. But all right, now that we're out of BBH, everyone who left the stream for the boring part can now come back. Very important. All right, and now we're going Dire Dogs. We just need 2 stars here. So water in this game is very tricky with blindfolded stuff just because it's very hard to normalize and it's very hard to know exactly where you are. because like normally in this game, whenever you hold right, Mario just goes directly right, or when we hold left, he goes directly left. But in this and water, he always turns at a very specific timing, so it can be very difficult to know exactly when you and where you are. I've seen Bubzia get lost here before, but if his setups are all good, then you should be able to make it through pretty easy. This looks good so far. Again, I have seen him get stuck in this tunnel before, though. And if he does get stuck here, it's not too bad, though. He's just to exit course. In 16 star, it's worse because if he does exit course, he has to do Mips clip again. But here, it's not too bad. All right, he's made it up. This is looking pretty good so far. And of course, there's 2 stars we need to get here. It's going to be the Vanish Cap star and also the Submarine star. I believe he gets the Vanish Cap star first. This is also very tricky because he has to swim into a very small box down at the bottom of the stage. And basically, once the Vanish Cap runs out, he finds a corner while underwater and then makes a specific setup to get up to the star. He's up just a little bit more forward, and there we go. But again, like this is like you can see he's finding corners here using that sound cue, right? Just with the shuffling sound. But when he's underwater, he's pretty much completely in the dark. He just has to go by basically just the amount of swims that he has and the amount of like times he's going. This all looks very good so far, though. And once he gets down here, we'll see the setup I'm talking about. Once the Vanish Cap runs out, he's going to swim into this opposite corner, and then just, I believe, hold down left for a little bit to swim up into the star. So he swims until he finds the corner. Again, he just knows he's in the corner because of how many times he's swimming. He can't hear it there. And almost missing the star, but very nice. That was a very clean star overall. All right, and then for the second star, it's pretty much exactly the same as the first one for Dire Dire Docks. He just has to swim over to get to the sub. Once again, another good time for just a couple more donations while he makes his way there.
Sounds good. Killer Gummy Bear sent in $50. How is this possible? I walk into walls in real life when I can see where I'm going. I had to show some love for this incredible run. I feel that. $250 donation from Raven. Siglemic's 120-star run got me watching GDQ every year, and seeing Bubzia pull off swag Vanish Cap makes me so happy. Shout out to my wife and kids watching with me. Love you guys. BT sent in $350. I've heard a lot of talk about $5 trains on here. Well, I'll do you one better. $5 for every star Bubzia is about to get in this absurd run. I miss being able to donate at the last 2 GDQs due to a COVID layoff, but now that I'm financially stable again, I'm glad I'm able to resume contributing. In addition to MSF and amazing cause, this donation goes to my girlfriend Claire, an aspiring nurse and the love of my life. Thank you to the runners and crew for putting on a terrific show.
All right, now for this the setup here, again, pretty simple. These backflips, for example, are all the same, exact same distance. They're all just neutral backflips. So it's just some backflips after finding the switch. Just a couple left long jumps, and that's the star. All right, and so with that done, now we go into the second Bowser stage, Fire Sea. Again, very heavily cycle-based star, probably the most heavily cycle-dependent star in the entire run. So what Bubzia's actually going to do is he's actually going to wait for a little bit until a certain cue in the music for him to go. It is actually possible to just go immediately, but it just makes it a bit more harder, you'll see. So he just long jumps up here, and you'll see once he gets to these first platforms, they're already rising up to meet him, and so that just makes it a bit easier. Otherwise, if you just go directly, you have to just mash A as hard as you possibly can to make it up. So it's just a bit easier. This so far is pretty good. All right, and now for the second level, we're gonna have a couple of secret strats. You guys aren't allowed to see this, only Bubzia knows how these work. He only has to listen to it, though, so don't worry. Sounds pretty good so far. And just like that, he's up. And again, he just from listening to the music and from bobbing his head with the beat counts, he knows exactly where he is right now. He's very just locked into all the cycles in this stage. It's very important that he's able to do that, and very impressive. So after he's up, he just finds his corner here, and then just centers himself with the last rising platform, and then just long jumps across. And then after he's through this pole, that's all the cycles he has to worry about. And then finally, he just has a wall kick here. I have seen him mess this up before. Yep. And second try. I've seen him lose time to that before, but he's gotten so much better at that wall kick recently. It's very good to see. Very clean fire C overall. Pretty simple, actually. All right, and now for the second Bowser fight. This is pretty similar to how the first one works with the remote tail grab, but he's actually going to do 2 of them this time with 2 damage boosts. So here's the first one. As soon as Bowser turns around, he's going to be able to grab him, let him go, and then he's going to do 1 more damage boost and just make it around. This all looks very good so far. All right, that was pretty much a perfect fight. Very clean fire C. This is, now we've reached the halfway point of the run pretty much. From here, we have a lot of stars to go upstairs, a lot of very tricky stars, but also some very cool strats coming up. There is, I actually don't know if Bubzia's on PB pace here or not. I want to say the time loss that he had in SSL with Mips and also with the bird might have, that definitely lost him at least a couple minutes, but this is, again, nevertheless, just a very good run. All right, and so the first stage we're going to go into is Wet Dry World. This stage, again, just a very interesting strat. It uses a combination of pretty much, like the next star we're going to see, it uses a combination of pretty much everything we've seen so far. It uses normalization, uses beat counts. And we're going to just see it all combined together here for a very cool strat. It also has a bit of muscle memory mixed in. We start here by breaking this box, and he's going to jump up here with a triple jump. That's a muscle memory triple jump. He's using a beat count right here to know exactly how long to go up that slope. That's very important by using the beats and the music. And then once he's up here, he's going to normalize on these walls right here to make it onto the switch. All very specific strategies and very interesting stuff. And then just a few backflips up here, and he's going to make it up to the elevator. And then once he activates the elevator, he's actually going to do it in a very specific way. So he walks down to this ledge here and grabs the ledge first, and then he's going to turn around and punch off the ledge into a punch cancel into an instant dive to be able to get this, like right here. He punches right there, then instantly dives to activate the elevator, and then he's able to roll out and make it down as fast as possible. Now once he's in the cage, he's going to do a forward backflip to make it back up, and now he just has to listen for when the elevator's done, and then he's on the star. That's one of my favorite stars, I think, in the entire run. It just combines pretty much everything that you've seen so far into just one single star. Very nicely done. That was very clean. All right, next we're going to do mid-height. I believe next is going to be the top of the town star. Again, kind of similar to the first one. He's going to, again, use another beat count here. He's actually waiting here for the music to start having beats there with that little clav in the back. And then, once again, just same as before, he's going to normalize on these walls and make it up to the switch. And then once he's up, he's going to, again, just do the same backflips and then triple jump over to the moving platform. This is, again, pretty muscle memory based, but Bubzia's practiced it, so I'm sure he'll get it.
Oh!
Oh, no. I cursed him again. That's just a retry. Dang, that's unfortunate, but it's not too bad. That's not too much of a time loss. We'll get one more try here, don't worry. Missed the slide kick in. He'll have to find the painting. He does have the backup for it. He's actually going to go for low height now, so I think he's actually going to try a different star here. Yep, so he's going to just go for a pretty simple star here, just the shocking arrow lifts. This is one of the easiest stars in the visual run, and probably one of the easiest ones in Blindfolded too. You just have to find this warp here and make your way over the box. Only risk there is if you get burned, but he did avoid it, thankfully. Very nicely done. All right, now I think we're going to get another try at that other star. Let's see if he gets it this time. Again, those triple jumps, one of the trickier parts of this. Getting just perfect side flips and perfect triple jumps, very tricky in these runs. Again, like, normally those are heavily visually reliant, but here it's all just muscle memory. Again, you can hear he's just waiting for that beat count, and he holds up, then up left, then back up again, just for like, I think 1 or 2 beats at a time to make it up that slope. All right, same as before, just the same backflips. All right, now let's see if he gets this triple jump. All right, there it is. And now we just have to hold right on this platform, and then he's up on the star. With a bit of adjustments. But he's been here before, he knows what's happening. All right, second try, not bad. We haven't had anything worse than second try so far, so again, this is a very good run, especially for a marathon, just all things considered. All right, so now for the last star. This is a new star that's been added into the run. I forget which one replaces, but this is just a new star. It's a bit more consistent than what we had before. It's going to be the Vanish Cap star here. Again, this is kind of tricky with how the water works. Again, it's just very hard to tell where you are generally in water, but just from the number of times he's swimming, he knows pretty much exactly where he is. And then once he's here, this is again what I was talking about with the turning. He has to pause buffer after he's done with this turn for, again, a specific number of beats. That's pretty much the only way he knows exactly how long he has to turn there. That's very tricky to do. Then after that, he's just holding up right here for a certain number of swims until he finds this corner. And again, really, you just have to hope here that you're in the right place. If you miss a swim or if you just like miscalculate where you are, it's very easy to get lost in these situations. All right, now that we're over here, he's gonna now the water's down. It's a bit easier to find yourself to where the box is. And then once we get the Vanish Cap box, we're gonna once again use the fixed camera for another really cool strat. This is another one of those secret strats. Only Bubzia can see this. But see if you can listen along. If you listen really closely, you'll be able to see exactly where he is. Or here, rather. There's one triple jump wall kick. And there's another one. Did you guys hear it? Very nicely done. That was another very clean star. All right, and that's what Dry World. All right, and next along, we're gonna go to Tiny Huge Island. Only 3 stars to get here. One of the stars very easy, just the top of the mountain star. However, the other 2 stars in this stage make it probably the most stressful stage in the entire run. Secrets ends with a very tight jump, again, just a muscle memory based jump. And then we have the Piranha Plant star, which is kind of funny because it's one of the easiest stars in the visual run, but it's very easy to mess up in Blindfold. All right, to start, we're gonna do the top of the mountain star, top of the island, whichever one you call it. Again, just a pretty simple movement to get up here. He's gonna go all the way to the right here to this corner so he avoids the Chuckya, so just avoid getting grabbed there. And again, with how the setup works, he knows he's gonna avoid that pretty much every time. And then after that, we just have to make our way over here in Mario Cam. Find this corner again. Again, he's just walking very slowly here. It might look like he's not moving there, but that's just because he's moving the stick so slowly that he wants to make sure. Because if you run too fast, then you will actually just run off. But once he's on that ledge, it's just some backflips to get up, and that's the star. Pretty simple, right? All right, very clean. Next, we're going to have 2 very tricky stars. It is very possible that he could lose a lot of time here, but hopefully he gets it pretty clean. First, I believe he's gonna do secrets. Again, this is the actual star itself is pretty simple. Again, just a bunch of normalized movements and finding corners here to get where he is. It's really the last jump that is what makes this so tricky. And if he does mess up the last jump, he has to restart this whole thing, and so it's gonna lose a lot of time. That's what makes this stage so stressful. It's looking good so far. This is all part of the plan. Just pause buffering until he finds that. For this next secret, he's going to double jump wall kick up to find it. After he gets his corner. Oh, he takes a burn. That's all right, though. He's still in the corner. And again, he just hears that shuffling sound, so he knows he's in that corner. And then for the last secret, this is a pretty cool movement here. He's going to do a side flip up, and then just jump up until he makes it onto the bridge right there. And then just one more kick up, and then you should be getting it. All right, that's the last secret. Now you really got to hold your breath for this jump. I know Bubzia is. And... oh, he was early. Oh, but he's good, though. Very nice. That's actually so good that he got a first try. I can tell it's a huge relief for Bubzia. Very nicely done. That was a very clean secret star. We're not done in this stage yet, though. Next is again the Piranha Plant star. Oh, he bonked on the painting. He's still fine, though. I think he knows where he is. Does he know where he is? I don't know. All right, he's good. He's good.
Oh my god, dude.
In the castle like that, it's, again, very easy to get lost with how the camera works. And so if he gets lost there, he has to basically just reset the game and try again. Narrowly avoiding that time loss, though. All right, but for this star, what makes it so difficult is, again, there's just not really many walls to normalize on. And this slide kick right here, it's kind of arbitrary how far he slides. And if he doesn't slide far enough, he's actually going to miss this piranha. But thankfully, he didn't miss it. So this looks pretty good so far. All right, I think he's pretty good here. There's pretty much no way he can mess it up at this point. All right, this is a very good THI. This is, again, some of the cleanest gameplay I've seen from Bubzia in a while. And there's one backflip with the star, and you should get it. Nice. This is such a good run right now. It's really amazing to see this. I've seen this before, and I'm still very impressed by it. It really just never ceases to amaze me. But all right, speaking of amazing, once again, we're gonna get one of the hardest stars in the entire run. He's inching his way over to this toad right now. Very difficult what he's doing right here. Very, very tricky. I think he's almost got it, though. And nice. Again, very tricky star. One of the hardest stars in the game. Frame perfect inputs. None of that. It's all those frame perfect inputs. Got nothing on those kind of stars right there. But all right, next we're gonna go into Tall Mountain. We get pretty much every star here except for 100 coin and for the monkey star. That's right. He actually used to do the monkey star, but he replaced that with the Vantage Cap star in Wet Dry World. It's just a little bit more consistent. Now for the box star here, this is a generally visual star, but it is possible to do with the blindfold, as you can see. Again, that star is a bit inconsistent to do, but Bubzia did it pretty easily. It's just kind of hard to get where you exactly need to be lined up on the box. Very good, though. All right, so for the next star, I believe he's going to do Breeze next before he climbs the mountain. Again, pretty simple star here. Just a couple of long jumps to get up to the Breeze, and then once he's over, he just has to jump down to the little indent in the mountain where the star is. Getting a very nice view of the Chucky there before we get the star. And then just to jump down. And very nice. Again, he's just using a very simple beat count there, just to know exactly when to do that kickback to get into the mountain. All right, next we're gonna do a pretty cool star, I think. He's gonna climb the entire mountain and get to the star on the top. In visual runs, you do what's called mountain clip to basically clip into the mountain, as the name would suggest, and you make it up pretty quickly. But it's not really possible to do blindfolded, at least not easily, so makes it a bit easier if he goes this way. He's gonna go through where the red coins are, find this corner here, do a double jump up, then turn the camera to face Mario. Oh, he just took a bonk there, but I think he might be fine. He has to find his way again. Nice. The very simple backups, but he knows where he is. Once again, he's been here before. Ooh, he might fall again.
Yes.
All right, he knows where he is now, I think. Oh, no. In that case, I think he just got a little bit lost. It's a bit safer to just try again. Not too bad of a time loss, though. Not too bad. All right, same as before, just making his way up here. Again, this part of the stage, it can be pretty difficult just because of how many different slopes there are. Again, it can be pretty difficult to know exactly where you are. Second try, I think, should do it, though. All right, looking good this time. Looking very good behind that wall.
What?
He gets hit by the mole. I think
dude.
he might. Is he gonna restart here? I don't know. I think he has to. I don't know if he knows where he is here, actually. He might have to restart again. I don't really know if there's anything he could have done there either. I'm pretty sure the mole's throwing the rocks there. It's just random whether they hit you or not. Oh, does he know? I don't think he knows. Yeah, he has to restart again. That's really unfortunate. This is probably the biggest mistake in the run so far that I've seen, but over an hour and 10 minutes in, this is still pretty good. I think Bubzia may have been on PB pace before, but now I'm not so sure. Still, even then, though, his recent PB, which is an hour and 53, he had a few big mistakes, and especially in the early game. So, out of the early game, he was definitely ahead of his PB. I would not be surprised if he lowers that very soon. All right, once again, just finding the setup. Very good so far. Let's hope the mold isn't him this time. There it is. I think he may have misspaced a backflip, actually, is what happened there. That's why he didn't make it up on that platform. All right, but now here is a pretty tricky part of the run. He's going to try finding this wall here until he clears it over. And now he's going to walk down to this ledge and do a side flip up. Again, he's going to pause buffer the side flip for both directions just to make sure he gets up. Very nice, but he's not done yet. What he's going to do here, he's actually going to backflip up, do a couple kicks up, and then a dive, and then he's up on the star. Very nicely done. That was a trick he actually learned in a ROM hack. It was it was a Kaizo hack, I believe, and he was able to just figure out this strat that he was able to apply to a normal run. That's a really cool strat, and it's very good that he got it first try. All right, now for the next star, pretty similar to the first one. It's the exact same mountain climb. Only difference is now he just stops early and gets the star that he didn't get before. So this would be a good time for another few donations, I think.
Fantastic. I got a ton coming in. Okay.
Nice.
I have a $12 donation here from Khan. So hyped to see Bubzia dominate Mario 64 better than I ever could. Thank you for the great community you have built and playing games for a good cause. Let's do some sick tricks and make it rain donations. Maybe even get that blindfolded BLJ incentive? Believe me, chat, it is a beautiful sight to see. You've got this, Bubs. We'll all be cheering you on. But really, how does he do it? We did meet that incentive, by the way, so that is coming. Hempuli sent in $1,000. I hope the commentator and host are blindfolded in support of the run. Thanks for the great event. I'm going to be honest, I'm not. The audio cues on donations are just way too subtle. Klizzix sent in... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Klizzix sent in $25. In honor of Bubzia, I tried to make this donation blindfolded. Apparently, I was trying to put my credit card on the GDQ prize page. I'll leave the blindfold to the expert. This run is incredible.
All right, so now for the last star in TTM, just gotta get the red coin star. Again, this is a very tricky movement right here on these mushrooms. Again, there's no ledges on here, so it's pretty tricky to be able to time all these jumps right. This is, again, pretty muscle memory based, especially that jump right there and this next one. Looking pretty clean so far. And then after he's through that was probably the hardest part of the star. Now it's pretty similar. It's pretty much exactly the same, actually, to what he was doing with the mountain climb here. This is what's really cool about these strats. He's able to apply one piece of movement and just use it for 3 different stars. It's very efficient how he's doing it. Oh, he messed it up again. But see, yeah, he's having trouble with this movement today.
Dude.
The moles have really not. The moles and the eyeballs, neither of them have been very kind to him. I think he still knows where he is, though. I certainly don't. It's very hard to tell here without seeing, of course. But good backup. Good backup. All right, a little bit of a mishap, but he's up. Just has to hold right here, and then he got the star. All right, bit of a hiccup in TTM, but still not very bad. Third try. This being the first third try of anything we've seen so far. Over an hour, 10 in. Very good so far. All right, now the last stage for upstairs is gonna be Snowman's Land. This is one of the faster stars in general in all of the stages. However, they're also very inconsistent. The hard part about this stage compared to the other ones is that the entire stage is pretty much surrounded by slopes instead of normal walls and corners and stuff. So it's very hard to be able to normalize anything. If Bubzia misses a jump while he's on a slope, it can be very difficult to find where he is. Very nice ice star though. That's a pretty tricky one. That's all, again, very tight timings with muscle memory and with camera timings. That's a very fun one, though. All right, so next I believe he's going to do the Igloo Star. We also have 50 stars now. That's very good. It is actually possible that Bubzia has forgotten stars before. Oh, no, we're doing the Bully Star, actually. So for this star, there's actually a couple different outcomes that can happen. This time he stayed on top. Depending on what happens, whether he falls off, does a ledge grab, or stays on, Bubzia actually knows what the backup for each of these is. And that's pretty simple to get right there. If he actually burned, he would find the ledge on the bottom and then jump to a certain line and then move left and right to find the star. All right, now I believe we're gonna go to the Igloo Star. This is another star that involves both the Vanish Cap and also the fixed camera. This is a pretty tricky movement right here. Again, Bubzia has to jump up this slope and make it over this fence. That's very good. And then he has to jump up this next slope to make it over. If he slides off either of these, it's pretty much an instant reset on this star. He has to try it again. It all looks good, though. That's very clean. All right, now I just have to make it into the igloo.
What?
Oh, yeah. See, sometimes, depending on where Mario is during the stutter on that igloo, he'll actually bonk sometimes. He gets lucky the second time, though. All right, now for this star, he's going to stay in the fixed camera. This is another one of those secret strats I was talking about. But once again, because of how the camera rotates in this stage, it's very hard to follow where Mario is when you're blindfolded. So instead, he just keeps a consistent angle here. Oh, no, he's getting hit by the spin drift in the back, I think. I think he's over now, though. Yeah, now I think he's over. It's so hard to tell when you can't see, of course, but no, I think he's over. Yes, there it is. So now he has the Vanish Cap, so he just has to run forward and get the star. Very nicely done. Bit of a mishap with the spin drift, but still pretty clean. Again, with that star, it's just a bit easier to have the camera in one spot, and he just has to listen to the audio cues. Even with how faint they are, he can still just hear them. It's all the data he needs, really. All right, so now similar star to the Igloo Star. It's going to be the Snowman's Head Star. Same movement to get up. Again, this is just very tricky. If he falls here, he has to just reset. This is all very clean so far. All right, nice.
Oh God.
You should know. I
Did
think
fall
he knows
over
where he
or
is.
not?
He slid off the igloo, so he's not sure whether he fell off or not. But hopefully he finds this corner here. He just has to walk forward into the corner and he'll know he's there. Nice. All right, he's good. He knows exactly where he is now. Again, this is all about normalization. Just from shuffling in that corner, he knows exactly where he is. He still has some doubts, I think, but we know he's good. And now he should definitely know where he is. All right, now that he's up, he just has to do one more double jump, and then he's pretty much at the star. Again, just find that ledge there. He knows exactly where he is. And there's the star. Very clean, very clean. All right, just one more star to get in Snowman's Land. That'll be all of upstairs. After this, we have to just go back to basement to get the second MIP star and to get some stars in Lethal Lava Land. All right, and for now, this last star, once again, using the fixed camera. Once he makes it over this slope right here, oh, he missed the jump. This is probably a reset, yeah. See, even something as small as that can make it so he has to reset here. That's the problem with these slopes, because whenever he's sliding off of those, it's pretty much random which direction he goes in, because he's holding some arbitrary direction, and it's hard to tell. It's hard to back that up. So really the best option is to just exit the course and come back in. Oh, I think he's forgetting the strat of how to get there. I think he might be fine, though. He just has to go around this corner. All right, he's found it. But right, so when he gets over the slope... Oh, he's bonking on the painting. I keep cursing him with my commentary here. I think he might have to reset here unless he can find it quickly.
Oh no, dude.
Oh, this is a huge time loss here. I think he's going to have to reset and try again.
Please, dude.
Oh, it's going to be really hard to find
here.
this.
Sure.
Oh, he's on the completely wrong wall. He doesn't know. If he can find the door, then that's also a good chance. But, oh, he's going past it. He has to reset.
Where's my Wii?
He can't even find the Wii. All right, we're fine. All right, he's going to try one more time. I think while he makes up the castle, a good time for another couple donations.
All right, and don't beat yourself up too bad, Charlie. You're getting a lot of love here too, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
I've got a $150 donation from Gray Coil. Great run, great commentary, great cause.
Oh, this is bad. We don't have locked cam. I need to go to BOB.
Oh, this is actually a problem. I didn't think about this either. He's going to have...
We need lock cam into the star.
He still has lock cam. He needs lock cam, so he has to switch the camera back because of how he reset the game. That's actually really interesting. I've never seen him have to do this before. That's kind of rare. All right, now he should be fine, though. He knows how to get back up. Should be time for one more donation, I think.
I'll take this $1,000 donation from Anonymous. This, a ridiculously entertaining speedrun with fantastically informative commentary, is why I watch GDQ.
All right, I think we should be able to get in here pretty easily. This looks good now. All right, he's in. Okay, so now for this last start here, once he gets over the slope, what he's actually going to do is stay in a lock cam, and he's going to use 2 slopes that are next to the star box to slide on to basically normalize. Oh, he missed it again. That's a really tricky jump. Again, these jumps here are just pure muscle memory here, so whenever it's very hard to get them consistently. This is one of the trickiest parts of blindfolded speedrunning. But so once he gets over there, he's gonna actually, instead of using a corner to normalize where he is, he's actually gonna slide on 2 slopes and hold towards the 2 slopes to find the direction he's in. Hopefully he can get back into the stage fine though. All right, he just has to get this jump. This is, again, a very tricky one. Even in visual runs, I see people mess this up a lot. This is a very tricky. All right, it looks good now. All right, now that he's over, he's gonna again run this lock cam. Oh no, he bumped.
Are you kidding me?
That's really. This is
Oh
really
my
unfortunate.
God.
Now this has to be the biggest mistake. We're on what? I think probably 5th try now. This is a very uncommon mistake. I think. I don't know if I've ever seen him mess this one up. But given again just how insanely consistent he's been on the rest of this, it's really crazy that he's been getting this far without any mistakes. Still, I think he's getting closer. You should be able to get it pretty soon. Just gotta keep trying. That's another part of blindfolded speedrunning. A lot of these tricks, it's so easy to, just mess up. There's no room for improvisation at all. Like, any single mistake like this just means an instant reset. Because in that case, the best normalization you have is to just reset the star and just exit course and come back in. All right, let's see if he gets it this time. Looks good. All right, that's it. And see, now he's in this lock cam, right? So he's gonna hold left and basically just slide on these 2 slopes until he finds the corner he's in, and then he spawns the star from the box. All right, and finally we've made it through. That's not the cleanest SL, but still pretty good, honestly. Bubzia's not too happy about it, but we're getting through it. All right, and now we're gonna go into that's all of upstairs. So now before we go into Tippy, we just need to go one more stage. We're gonna get this next MIP star, exact same setup as before, and then we'll go into Lethal Lava Land and get, I believe, 5 stars there. Again, a lot of similar stars that you would see in 16 star in Lethal Lava Land, but we also use them here. They're all very fast stars and relatively consistent. I will say the hard part about Lethal Lava Land, though, and it's one of the trickiest stages in the entire game because there's basically no walls and no ledges in the main area. So, and any mistake you get means you'll land in the lava, and it's, again, an instant reset on any star. It can be pretty tricky. But let's see if Bubzia gets this MIPS grab first try this time. This is, again, looking pretty good. He's just to make sure he gets this set up right on the corner. All right, this looks good. All right, he's in a good camera now. This should be pretty easy.
Whoa!
Oh no, he went too early. I think he jumped too early. Oh, he can't find the painting. All right, he's in. He's gonna have to exit course again and just try one more time. So 3 things today not being nice to him: the eyeballs, the Monty moles, and MIPS. They're all giving him a hard time today.
Funnily enough, that was the first time I ever missed this, I think, with the correct camera.
Some very uncharacteristic mistakes from Bubzia. But again, given the amount of consistency he has had on the most difficult parts, I think it more than makes up for it. Oh, is he gonna go the right way? Yeah, he's good. All right, try the setup just one more time. The setup's good. I think he just messed up. I think he dove just like maybe a couple frames too early into MIPS. I think that's what messed him up. All right, just same setup as before. Just the punch into the camera turn. Let's see if he gets it. All right, there it is. Second try, not too bad. Again, not that big of a time loss. Still on pretty good pace here, especially into Tippy. I don't know if this is still sub 2 hour pace, but I think we could get pretty close. All right, now in Lethal Lava Land, the first star he's gonna get is gonna be red coins, I think. Again, one of the easiest stars to do visually, but it's just very tricky in Blindfolded because again, on this entire puzzle, there's no ledges and no walls to go off of. So right there, he's keeping a beat count in his head basically to know where he is. Oh, I think he might be lost here. See, this is what I mean. He's lost here. I think he's gonna have to take a death and just try again. Yeah, it's not looking pretty good. Unless he can find this red coin soon. All right, there it is. He might be on a bad cycle in the puzzle, though. I think he's backing it up, though. That's pretty good. Nice backup. Most of the time there, when you miss a red coin like that, it's pretty much an instant death. You have to take a death, you have to reset the star, but that's a very nicely done there. Again, the hard part about this stage here is the music is very free form and there's not really much room to do beat counting. So he has to basically just keep his own beat count in his head for that star. All right, next I believe he's gonna do the bully star. The star, again, pretty simple. He's just gonna make his way over to the bully and then just basically spam ground pounds in front of him until he gets the kill. All right, there's a good lineup here. He's just gonna take a burn, make his way over. And then once he's over, he just has to get these ground pounds on and slide kicks. Oh, he actually missed it. That was actually crazy. I can't believe that worked. That was actually very dangerous. All right, but now he's up here. He's gonna just listen for these platforms to start falling, and as soon as he hears the fall, that's when he jumps. It can be pretty easy to die there, but made it through without too much issue. That was a very strange one. That slide kick actually saved him a few ground pounds. He got that done faster than before. I think he was surprised by it. All right, and I believe next is gonna be, yes, the wing cap star. This is another star that uses fixed cam. He's gonna just lock the cam in place here so he can go straight up and down. And then once he has the wing cap, he's gonna basically just Superman fly right into the camera until it turns around. Very nice. And then as soon as he's through, again, it's using the beat count of the wing cap music to know exactly when he has to ground pound there. Turns the camera, makes himself straight, and then just one more flight and he's through. I think he's high enough. Yeah, and again, he knows there to actually hold down there to fly a bit further up. That was a very clean wing cap. That was very nicely done. All right, and then finally, just two more stars to get in Lethal Lava Land. Both stars in the volcano. This first star is one that's also actually done in his current 16-star route. It's the elevator tour star. Pretty simple setup, I think, overall. He just has to get onto the poles here once he's in the volcano, and then it's a pretty simple series of inputs, I think. This star isn't too different from what you see in visual runs, honestly. This looks good so far. This is also a relatively new setup, actually. This star was only added to his 16-star route, I think, rather recently, and his most recent PVs do have it. Very nicely done. That's a very practiced star. He's just done it so many times. This next star, however, though, I think Bubzia actually restratted this recently. Bubzia said this is one of his least favorite stars just because of how much time he's lost in the past. It can be very easy to just fall down the volcano and just have to retry it again. But this looks pretty good so far. I actually don't know why Bubzia uses this separate setup to get into the volcano in each time. It's actually very interesting how he does that. But so here he's gonna jump across the lava to make it up halfway up to the volcano, and then once he's here, he's gonna just jump up, find this wall here, and do a triple jump against that wall. Takes the bonk, that's not a problem though. He was just a bit surprised by it. On some walls like that, you can just do triple jumps. It's what's called an unreferenced wall. It's a bit complicated, but he also used it in the Advantage Cap star and What Drywold actually to get those triple jumps in behind that wall where you couldn't see. I think he might be fine here. Yeah, that was very close to actually falling. He also somehow doesn't get burned there. But all right, he's found that corner. He hears that shuffling sound, so he knows exactly where he is. And then once he's on this poles, it should be pretty simple. This was all restratted pretty recently, I think. Before we had was less consistent and it lost him a lot of time. First try on that volcano star though, very nice. Bubzia is looking pretty relieved, I think. All right, and that's 60 stars, only 10 more stars to go. We're gonna get 4 stars in Rainbow Ride and I believe 5 in TikTok Clock. And so just while he makes his way up to Rainbow Ride, I think this is another good time for a couple donations.
Excellent. I've got also a quick note. We just crossed $1.9 million. Keep it coming,
nice.
everybody. That is so awesome. All right.
That's so sick.
$10 donation from Truck. Tried to do a blindfolded speedrun of making lunch. Just ended up with floor sandwich. Much respect to Bubzia. I have a $1,000 donation from Twisty May's Little Passage. I just tried to make this $10 donation while blindfolded. Hope I got it right. It was close. It was very close. LBB sends in $250. In the years we've been watching GDQ, I'm not sure I've ever seen anything as impressive as this blindfolded Super Mario run. Shout out to my husband next to me on the couch. I love you, Smoochie Pie.
Aw. All right, now we're in Tippy. A lot of really cool stars to see here. A lot of really cool strats. First, with barely not missing that pole grab. He's gonna make it up. He's gonna do the cruiser star first. He's gonna use the carpet here, so it's actually pretty simple to get up here first. Then once he gets up, there's gonna be some pretty tight jumps. But so I guess while we're waiting on the carpet here, this is a good time to say we hit the 1-star goal, right? Or sorry, the LBLJ goal rather.
Yes, we had cleared that one before we even started.
Very nice. So yeah, after this run, Bubzia is going to do what's called lobby backwards long jump. It's just basically the first major skip you see in most of the short categories and even in 120 star. Bubzia only just recently actually completed a 1-star run of this game. He did it in about 25 minutes, so it was pretty slow, but it was the first ever it's done. And in the future, he does plan on returning to 1-star to lower that time even more, which I'm very positive he will very soon. All right, now that he's up here, he's made it onto that pole, and this was like the whole point of riding the carpet there, just to get to this very specific point. And so from here, it's not too tricky actually, just a couple of tricky jumps right here. Very nice though. And again, he's gonna pause buffer a side flip here. These pause buffers aren't strictly necessary to get those side flips, but it's just a bit easier. It just makes sure that he gets full up and down inputs whenever he's doing a side flip. It just makes it a bit more consistent. Very nicely done, though. All right, I believe next he's going to do tricky triangles. This is another pretty cool strat. He has some pretty strange movement to get onto the triangles themselves, but it works very well for what he's doing. The movement on the beginning of this is pretty much the same for every star also. So he makes his way back here, and he's going to long jump across. Again, kind of similar to what you see in the visual runs. And so now he's going to center himself here with the coins. It's actually very important that he's centered on the triangles here, otherwise this movement doesn't work. So he takes an intentional bonk there, and then ledge grabs and does backflips up. Oh, but he knows he messed up, I think.
What?
Oh, yeah, he has to miss. No, he doesn't. He didn't know he messed up, actually.
I thought this was pretty good.
He missed. I think he messed up one backflip. I think he might not have been perfectly centered, actually. That's unfortunate. That's a pretty tricky movement right there. He has to again just be perfectly centered. Otherwise, I think the angle that he bonks off of the triangle, it just moves him to the side too much and it doesn't work. And it just throws off all the spacing. I think that's how it works at least. Let's try one more time. All right, this looks pretty good. Again, he's not perfectly centered here, but all right, he made it up this time. Now he should be pretty good. Now, once he's up, he just has to find the star. Thought it was too far forward. Oh, he's right under it. Nice. All right, second try, not too bad. Again, some pretty uncharacteristic mistakes so far, but overall, again, this has been a very good run, especially for a marathon. Especially considering this has just never been done in a marathon before. All right, next we're going to do Swinging the Breeze, I believe. This is another star that relies on cycles. In order to get to the star, he has to go across a swinging platform, and in order to do that, he has to just listen to the music and know what cycles he's on. Very similar movements to triangles. He just launches them across, but this time he's going to go to the right instead. Oh no, he actually missed it. I think he was too early on the long jump. I've actually never seen that before. That's a very strange mistake. All right, though. We'll get another try. It's actually so crazy how close he is to not getting the pole there. The pole hitboxes are very generous in this game. All right, one more time. I think he might have been too early on the long jump. That looks much better. Nice. All right, and now when he's over here, once again, he has to just listen to the music right here to know what cycle the platform is on that he's across here. He knows he's on a good cycle, so it should be pretty easy. Taking the burn, but shouldn't matter. Nice.
Here we go!
All right, not too bad so far. Second try on both stars, but very clean cruiser overall, though, which is also good. Because if he messed up cruiser, that would have been a much bigger time loss than both of those stars. All right, now last star in Rainbow Ride, but you have to get red coins. Again, some very cool movement in the maze here. He's going to go for a triple jump wall kick to get to the first red, and if he does get that, it'll save a bit of time. It is, again, one of those muscle memory-based triple jumps, though, so it can be pretty tricky if he does, or it's just tricky to hit in general. Oh, it was so close, though. He was a bit too low. I think he may have triple jumped a bit early. It doesn't matter, though. He has a very good backup for this. That's such an inconsistent triple jump that it makes sense to just have a very consistent backup for this. And just like that, he has the first red, I think. All right, and again, this is, pretty similar to what you see in visual runs. He can just center himself using that ground pound on the wall there. That's also been done a couple times before. And again, he's just compartmentalizing all these movements into very simple segments, and when you put it all together, you get the full star. Very nice backflip there, too. That's a really cool strat. Overall, pretty clean. Besides the triple jump wall kick, not bad. That was definitely the cleanest star he had in this stage. All right, now last stage before the Bowser stage, we're gonna do TikTok clock. We get pretty much everything here except for a 100 coin and Thwomp. He also, right here, is very important. He actually has to enter when the clock is still at 12 o'clock. So again, he's listening to the music here, and on that specific cue...
I don't know if this hits.
He was a bit late there, I think. But on that specific cue, he has to get it. Yeah, he's a bit late. He wants still. But he'll try again. That's not too bad, though. It's a very tight timing for that. He's just listening for a very specific part of the music, and when he gets it, that's when he knows he's gonna get there in still time. You can even hear, you'll even be able to hear it like every time. He enters the stage at the exact same point in the music. But I believe first he's gonna go for moving bars, if I'm not mistaken. The movement to get up on these stars is pretty much the same every time. He's just gonna make his way up here. These are pretty tricky jumps here, just to be able to make it up consistently. Because that's, again, just very muscle memory based. Speaking of muscle memory based, he's going to go for this triple jump wall kick, actually. This is the same triple jump wall kick that you see in visual runs, but he's going to do it without even having to see. See if he gets the first try. Nice. That's a very tricky... Again, when you can't see, it's just, like, so tricky to get that. Very nice, though. This is a clean star so far. He's not out of the woods yet, though I have seen him fall here. Just pause buffering a side flip wall kick there. You can't even see it.
Yep.
Oh, no. He hit the invis wall, I think. I have seen that so many times from both blindfolded runners and visual runners, just hitting that invis wall and having to restart that star. It's all right. We'll get another try, though. Alright, just another try here. Same movement, exact same movement as before. You'll see this movement a lot in this stage because it's basically for pretty much every star in this except for reds. He's going to be doing this movement to get up using the flippers. We go for the triple jump wall kick again. He should be able to get this first try again, I think.
Oh, man.
Oh, he missed it, though. I think he does have a backup for this, though, I believe. Kick back down, and then do it again.
Oh, come on.
Oh. He's not holding neutral long enough, I believe. He has to do this triple jump wall kick properly, you can't hold up the entire time. You have to be able to let go of the stick for just a tiny bit. That's a bit better. It gives you more height on your triple jump, so you'll be able to get the ledge grab. Oh, he bonked, though. He should know where he is roughly, though. I think he knows. All right, he knows where he is. Very, very good backup. Those even like tiny little mistakes like that can completely throw you off and make it so what was once a very consistent strat is now just complete guesswork, pretty much. That's one of the hardest parts in this. All right, he's gonna get over this time. Nice. He had a bit of a tighter angle that time, so he was able to avoid the invis wall, I think. And when it's up here, it just runs from the wall, gets that instant wall kick, and that's the star. All right, not too bad. Second try isn't too bad. A lot of second tries on this, but that's honestly pretty good, especially considering, again, how inconsistent a lot of these strats are. All right, next I believe he's going to get this 3 stars. It's going to be pin the pendulums, get a hand, and roll into the cage. These are all pretty similar stars to each other, so again, I think this is a good time for some donations.
Fantastic. I have a $250 donation from KC. Watching SGDQ has become a family event over the years. Let's go Demon Souls. And quick update on that, where are we? We are almost to $160,000 on that, so a little over $90,000 that we still need to get that added to the schedule. Keep it coming, please. I have a $250 donation from a tea tree. My partner and I might live over 1,000 miles away, but these strats are so hyped that I'm pretty sure I can hear them shouting from here. All the love in the world to GDQ and to the wonderful person who got me back into speed.
Oh man.
He answered a bit early, I think. I think he'll be fine, though. He just take another death here, and he should be fine.
Mamma mia!
All right, once again, that was a pretty good star, though, on the hand. That long jump, again, is just pretty tricky to get. But all right, just same as before. It's just the same movement is up, so I think, again, just good time for the donations.
All right, just capping off a Tea Tree's donation there. All the love in the world to GDQ and to the wonderful person who got me back into speedrunning and encouraged me to volunteer and give back to this amazing community. I love you more than words can express. I've also got a $30.30 donation from Max W. Shout out to Bubzia for his amazing Blindfolded 64 run. 16 going on 70 stars. Wow. Also, shout out to my fiance Angie sitting next to me. Can't wait to marry you. Love all this love y'all are sharing. It's amazing. I have a $300 donation from Kat. Had to get my donation in during a game that was a big piece of my childhood. Seeing someone taking it on blindfolded and doing it better than I did as a kid is astounding. And a $20 donation from Brutal Mellow, host fam coming out. I wanted to try and capture...
Oh man.
Just a bit early again, I think. Sorry, continue the donation.
No, it's okay. $20 from Brutal Mellow. I wanted to try and capture the feels of this legendary run through a poem. So here's a limerick. No way, he must have cheated, sighed Bowser as he lay defeated. Star get, the crowd cheered as Bubzia appeared. 70-star blindfolded has been completed. Not quite completed yet, but we are getting close.
I don't think Bubzia can hear us. He's not going to be able to. We good?
Here we go!
All right, anyway, I think let's continue. Just one more star to get in TikTok clock. It's just gonna be red coins. I do want to say also, apparently I've been informed Bubzia was actually almost 5 minutes ahead of his PB out of Tiny Huge Island. I'm not sure if he's still on PB pace right now. I think he might actually be. His PB is currently a 153, so if he does get this, pretty cleanly, I think there's a good chance.
Wait a second. You're doing reds.
He forgot he was doing reds, I think. But no, like, I think Bubzia, like, if Bubzia has a clean Bowser in the sky, there's a pretty good chance he can PB here, I think. A couple more coins to go here. Again, pretty simple movement here. All these stars are very similar, and they're also very fast, though. That's what makes it pretty effective for the blindfolded run.
Now, what's his PB if we're keeping an eye out for that?
His PB is a 153, and I forget what the seconds are.
Oh,
But it is a 150. It is a 153, so he is pretty far ahead here, actually.
Oh, that would be awesome. Fingers crossed.
I really hope he gets this. All right, last star, 70th star. Again, one of the hardest stars in the entire run. Hold. I think he's got it, though. All right, very nice. And that's 70 stars. So he's just gonna make sure once he hears the text box here, he knows that he has 70 stars. There has been a couple times here where on PB pace, he's actually forgotten a couple stars and he's lost the run because he just doesn't know which stars he forgot. But yeah, he is very ahead of PB right now. I think there's a very good chance. If he has clean throws, I think there's a very good chance he could PB here. All right, now Bowser in the Sky, very similar to the other stages. Bubzia likes using this downward camera here. It's just a personal preference for what he likes to do. I know Nobori also does a completely different strat here. He actually uses the beats of the music to actually determine when he's actually going to move. Bubzia does something a bit different here. He does more traditional normalization strats. But I will say, this is a pretty good time to mention. Bubzia's current project with this game is actually to do a full 120-star run. Currently, the number of stars that have been done in this game are 118
Don't know how much
out of
one-ups I have.
120 of them. He's trying to, I think he's probably gonna get a backup one-up at the end of this. But so, currently 118 out of 120 stars have been done in this game blindfolded. Most of them were completed by a runner from the Netherlands named Katoon24. The only 2 stars that haven't been done yet are Lethal Lava Land 100 coin and Dire Dire Docks 100 coin. But Bubzia's current project now is to finish all the stars. He currently has done 109 out of 120 stars blindfolded in single star. So once he has all of them stratted out, he has plans to do a full 120 run. He expects it to take at least 12 hours. It's going to be a really insane grind, but if he does get it, it'll be probably one of the greatest speedruns of all time. Like, seriously. All right, so for this right here, he's going to get this pull grab. I have seen him miss this before, but that was very clean. Again, he pause buffers a long jump there just to make sure he has a full up angle, and it's very easy to just accidentally walk off there if he doesn't have full run speed. And now for these platforms right here, once again, he's just going to normalize against this wall, and by listening to the music, he knows exactly when to back up onto the platform. He's going to line himself right up on the edge here. Perfect. And then when he has the right music cue, he'll make the jump. Very nice. Again, all planned, all calculated. All right, and with that being said, I think Bubzia is probably just going to get the backup one up here. He also has to make sure he doesn't get hit by the Goombas. There is one time when he was on PB pace here and he got hit by one of these Goombas and fell all the way down. But these Goombas look pretty good. These look very friendly. Takes the one hit from one of them.
These Goombas.
That's all right.
Oh,
The Goomba's with him there. He's gonna have to punch him or something or take a jump. Unless the Goomba just leaves him alone. I don't know. I've never seen a Goomba that close to him. That's really funny. But yeah, he's gonna go for the one-up here just to make sure for safety. But all right, he is like almost 3 minutes ahead of his PB right here. If he gets these throws, he might get a sub 150. It's really close though. But all right, so for these throws, the first 2 throws he's a setup, and he's gonna actually walk towards the bombs and just get Bowser to run towards him. It's RNG whether Bowser jumps or whether he actually runs. So right here, it's 50-50. He had a 50% chance to get Bowser to run, and unfortunately, he had bad luck there. Hopefully, he runs pretty soon though. That's another jump. That's another bad luck. If he jumps too many times, then it's also a restart. There's the run. All right. So now it's very similar for the second bomb, and it should be pretty easy. But for the third throw is where things get interesting. Once again, there is a pause buffer strat to be able to just throw Bowser more consistently. But Bubzia, he just does the throw. He basically just listens to the whoosh noise and is able to just know when to throw. It's not as consistent, but if he does get this, it'll be absolutely huge. He pause buffers here to get to get the grab set up. And just hold your breath. Let's hope he gets it. He's just gonna listen to the whoosh here. Oh, I think that's it. Yes, dude. Oh my God, that's actually insane. He just PB'd. That's a sub. That should be a sub 150. That's actually
too
huge
easy,
in a
dude.
marathon. It's not over yet. He just has to grab the star. But oh my God, this has actually been an insane run.
Time.
Nice, dude. Oh my God, that was insane.
Oh God, I can't see.
I don't know if it was a sub 150 or not, but it was close.
I'm watching for the time right now.
Yo, is it a PB?
That was a PB. You
I think
just
this is a
PB'd.
PB, guys.
Yeah, we're waiting on the exact time, but
Wait
it's
a second,
close
I'm
to
gonna
3
switch
minutes.
to commentary.
He can't hear us. 149.59. Oh my God.
Hello?
Yo, you just PB'd. 149.59.
Wait a second, I still can hear you.
Oh, he can't hear us.
Okay,
Oh my
now,
God.
yo, hello.
You just PB'd. You did it.
What, really? What time is it?
1:49:59.
Sub 150? Oh my
Yeah,
god,
just got
dude.
sub
What?
150. That's insane. Dude, I can't believe it. You're insane.
Wow, nice. Well,
that is-
I guess. Oh, but there were so many chokes in this run. I can't believe this PB. This is crazy.
Dude, it's so amazing. Oh my god. There was some rough stuff in upstairs, but that's so good that you did so well.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I take a PB any day.
That's absolutely huge. Sub 150, dude. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Congrats.
I'm a bit out of breath. I need to calm down a bit. But yeah, guys, that was SM64. 70-star Blindfolded. I hope you enjoyed it. It was pretty rough at some points, but other things, mostly the hard things, went everything first try, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, we still have an incentive going, but before that, I would like to make some little shoutouts. Definitely, first of all, to my good commentator, Charlie Brown 64. Check him out. He has a YouTube channel. He makes videos and streams too. So big shoutouts to you.
Thank you so much. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you.
Also, just like the whole Blindfolded speedrunning community, big shoutouts to you that you pushed this game and many others with me together. And also big shoutouts to just my general community. Like, I have received lots of support from you guys the past half year and more. So thank you very much. And also IRL peeps, my girlfriend, my family, everyone who supported me, big shoutouts. And yeah, if you want to see more Blindfolded speedruns like this, I stream like 4 days a week, basically Blindfolded, SM64 currently, but also other games. I stream on twitch.tv/Bubzia, also on YouTube and Twitter. So yeah, if you're interested, check it out. If not, then I guess not. But yeah, this was quite a good run, and we still have an incentive going now, I guess. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Nice. Big thank you to you guys to reach this incentive. The money goes all to charity, it's all a good cause, and hopefully at least I will be able to perform this quite well too. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reset the console. And what we are going to do now is a Blindfolded LBLJ. Yeah, I will again leave the commentary to you, Charlie Brown. But basically, we perform one of the hardest tricks in the game, Blindfolded, which is used to skip the first Bowser, like through the first Bowser door. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and try my best.
Good luck.
All right.
All right, now that was an amazing run, wasn't it, guys? That was so good. He does have
So
to
I
be
prepared to
blindfolded,
save here. You talk.
That was such a good run. So much good stuff had to happen. A few mistakes in upstairs, but overall, just really clean beginning, really clean Bowser in the sky. Just, you couldn't ask for a better beginning and end. All right, but now we're gonna try the first attempt here. This might take a few attempts, but that's a very good start there. Let's see if he gets it. Again, you have to, so to get to this to the LBLJ, you have to manipulate the camera in a very specific way to turn around to get Mario at the right angle. This looks good. Oh, this is actually really good so far. Oh, is he gonna get it? Oh, oh my god! Let's go, dude! Oh my god, I can't believe it! First try!
Okay.
Dude, what?
Wait a second, guys.
Dude, oh my god, you're insane! You're a legend! Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay. Okay, guys. Yo. This was fast. Okay.
Oh,
So it was the Blindfolded LPH, I guess.
dude.
But yeah, since I have more time, I guess I will explain a bit what this craziness was and what the hell just happened for those who don't know, I guess. So, Wait, I'm gonna turn quickly to TV. So there's the first Bowser door here, right? And I have a save file now with 1 star only. And you need 8 stars to get past this door. But you can, in this corner here that I went earlier, you can clip out of bounds here. If you do this. And from this point, you can basically get stuck on an invisible wall, which lets you be a J here, which is pretty convenient because if you guys know anything about the speedrun, BLJs are used to build like infinite backwards momentum with Mario. So what we do here is, first of all, I'm also gonna directly explain my blindfolded setup for this. So here, we go through the door, we lock into the upright notch on the GameCube controller since I play on Wii. The upright notch has like the perfect value basically to get the correct angle. So we count 8 footsteps of Mario, and then on the 9th footsteps, we switch the notch to up left. On the 10th footsteps, we double jump, or we jump basically. So we go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then in a perfect world, we would get in there. And then from here, we need to be a J on this invisible wall, which first of all, we need to kind of adjust here. So we just hold right. It is completely normalized here. After the ledge grip, the camera goes always into the same position. From here on, we can also go the upright notch, like it doesn't matter because the invisible wall stops us. And we do like a tiny like up bulge just to gain like a tiny bit more distance into further to the wall. And then we basically need a long jump inside this pillar we are out of bounds in here. And this is, at least for me, in the blindfolded run, the most difficult thing, because you need to long jump without getting out, without clipping back in bounds, which is very difficult and very precise. So what I use here is, I think Charlie Brown probably mentioned it earlier too, but I Z-buffer a long jump here, which lets me beat count basically the background music, and on exactly 3 beats after the buffer, I do a long jump like on the first few possible frames, the down left notch. So I kind of try to do like a long jump here, like this. Then as soon as I hear that I got the long jump, I have to hit C left here and hold back up right so I don't clip back in bounds. The C left is to position the camera, be like in the correct position so I can straight up hold here and do the DLJ. And then I failed now because it's a very specific amount of speed that you need. And then you can basically clip through this door out of bounds. And what I do then is I have a method of counting C right inputs, because I was back there and just holding straight down, which with this super infinite momentum that we have pushes us against another invisible wall. And then I just beat count a few like taps with the C right, so it positions me perfectly with this stair here. And I assume at least it was perfect and it was like this, but I got stuck like with kind of this angle, so like a tiny bit. If you can see, like Mario's head is right left to the door, because if you are too far to the right here, like you will clip inside this door if you have so much speed, and then it's basically over too. But if you have this kind of angle, you can like hold tiny bit from the down notch down right, and if you jump 2 times, you lose a bit of speed, so you can climb up these stairs, and then here you go past this door, you just blast through there with all the speed you have. And yeah, I can quickly try one more time if I get it a second try. Also, first try.
2 for 2.
I doubt it though, but this is kind of what the explanation of what is going on here.
Looks simple, doesn't it? Dude, it's absolutely insane just how much goes into this. Like, I'm sure you can just hear from that explanation.
But this is very difficult.
It is very difficult. Every single input is just calculated and just planned out for this entire 2-hour run. That's how much effort needs to go into stratting these runs, and just how much practice you need to get it right. Oh, that looks good again, actually. You might get this. Oh, that looks perfect. Oh, he missed the angle, though. Oh, but can he get in? Might have enough speed. Nice, he's still in. Let's go.
I think we didn't have enough speed.
No, he's in, he's in.
Oh, we did have enough speed. 2 in a row, guys.
Nicely done. Very
So
nicely
yeah.
done.
Wow, I didn't imagine I'm so good at this. It's crazy.
You're sick, dude. You're sick. You're so sick.
So yeah, this trick is used in, like in the visual speedrun, you use this in 120 star, and 16 star, and in 0 and 1 star too. In Blindfolded, of course, we don't go for it because it's ridiculously difficult. But I have actually finished a Blindfolded 1 star run too, where I need to do this, and then a Blindfolded SPLJ2, which is to skip the second Bowser door. And I kind of want to also go back to this, so if you're interested, check it out in my stream in a few weeks probably. And yeah, that's it, I guess. What is my next project, you might ask, with Blindfolded SM64? And that's a very good question, because I'm currently routing Blindfolded 120 star, which will be absolute hell and just like self-torture probably. But I'm currently at like 110 stars routed, so we only have like the last 10 left, which are only like 100 coin stars and like DDD and stuff, so only the really painful ones. And my goal is I need probably like 3 to 4 more months of practice or so, and then I will go for like a single segment 120 run. That's at least my wish. So again, if you're interested, feel free to hang out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will give you back now to this wonderful event. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you all so much.
What was that? What was that? Did you see that? Okay, first off, amazing run, amazing commentary. Thank you so much. What just happened? Bubzia just comes in here like, oh, hey, you know, the schedule, don't worry about it. I'm going to come in 15 minutes under estimate, beat my own PB by like 3 minutes. No big deal. Blindfolded showcase seems hard. No, actually, it's really easy. Barely an inconvenience. First try. What? And the donations are echoing that. I've got Timothy Scribner, came in with $25. Congrats on the PB, Bubzia. $50 from Seymour the Llama, 50 for an incredible sub 150 run. JoJo Story, $250. That Super Mario 64 blindfolded run was amazing. Sarig, $100, sub 150. Good Guy 3, $75, donating the contents of my brain right now, and they say, what? And just one more, $100 from Garian. I will be sending Bubzia my bill for repairing my floor. It has taken quite some damage from my jaw dropping on it too much during this run. Yeah, you and me both. I'm going to take a breath. Garian, you get some ice for that, please. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. I am still catching my breath. This is Summer Games Done Quick, 2021 online. If you are just tuning in, wow. Okay, yeah. Bubzia just broke the stream. Wow. Okay. We're going to catch up on a couple more donations real quick here. I've got an anonymous $150 donation. What an incredible Mario 64 run. Congrats on the sub 150. Seriously. Peak Zorro sent in $100. I just witnessed excellence in gaming. Just take my money. I've got a $750 donation from an anonymous. 2 in a row, Pog. Oh, I'm still trying to breathe over here. GDQ would like to thank one of our sponsors for this event, Devolver Digital and Death's Door. Reaping souls of the dead and punching a clock might get monotonous, but it's honest work for a crow. The job gets lively when your assigned soul is stolen, and you must track down a desperate thief to a realm untouched by death, where creatures grow far past their expiry and overflow with greed and power. Coming on July 20th to Xbox and PC, you can learn more about the game at their website, playdeathstore.com. Still catching up on donations from that SM64 run. And still catching up on my breath. Seriously, y'all, that was okay. Let's take this $140 donation from BZ, $1 per star for both the amazing runner and commentator. Seriously, y'all, give Charlie Brown some love on that one too. Like, that was some amazing work helping to make all of that a lot more understandable. Like, incredible job on the commentary there. I've also got a $1,000 donation from an Eternal Enigma. I need demon souls. So do you. Let's go, chat. And let me look over for the update on that. We are at, still climbing, $178,559 out of the $250,000 that we need to get that game added to the run. Or to the marathon, rather. That is just, what is that? Let me try math. A little over 70,000, 71,000 to go on that. Please keep those donations coming. Okay, I have just gotten word that a good friend of mine is looking forward to talking to y'all. As you well know at this point, we have prizes. And when it's time to talk prizes, it's time to go to Scent. Take it away, boss.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick Online. Welcome back to Scent's Kitchen. It's great to have you here. Today, we're going to be making a little bit of a special recipe, a little bit of a family recipe passed down to me. It's pasta alla prizes. Now, you see, here's the thing about this dish. This dish is great because it doesn't matter what kind of ingredients you have at home. If you don't have exactly what I've got, no worries. You can just follow along with whatever you've got. Now, first off, before we get started, we got to do a little mise en place, get all of our ingredients in one place. That's simple. It's just a little French word. That means we're going to get everything taken care of before we get started, get our prizes out. Now, of course, if we're making pasta alla prizes, we got to start with some pasta. And I got myself a nice pot here to boil some pasta in. And I know what you're saying. I don't really want to have pasta in the house right now. I'm trying to live that gluten-free life. I'm trying to live that carb-free life. I'm trying to live that starch-free life. I'm trying to live that tangerine-free life. To which I say, you know what? More tangerines for me. Delicious. But Don't worry, I got you covered. Because if you don't got any tangerines or pasta in the house, you could use any number of great prizes. How about this scarf? $25 minimum donation from Annie. Just come on, look at it. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a lovely scarf here, hand knitted. It's Rainbow Road, of course. We got the banana pin on it. That is going to be some extra fiber in this dish that we really need. So we're just going to take that. I'm going to go ahead, we're going to put it in the pot, we're going to put the lid on it, and we're going to stick that in our oven to cook. And I know what you're saying, Sent. Why are you putting pasta to boil in the oven? And, well, the clear answer is, if you take a look at this table, I don't happen to have a stove. So we're just making do what we got. But that, you know what? That's perfectly fine. So next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take out a baking sheet. And I know what you're saying right now. Sen, I don't have a baking sheet. I've never made cookies. Yeah, don't worry about that. You don't need a baking sheet at all. You don't got a baking sheet? We got a solution for you. How about you just replace it with this picture of Cool Cool Mountain from Lopez? $15 minimum donation. Super accessible. Come on. It works just like a baking sheet, and it looks way better. How could you not like that? So we're just going to set that down here. Now, what's really important is we got to make sure we layer things properly. So we're going to go over to the fridge real quick and get out the rest of the ingredients we have. You don't want to get the cold stuff out too early, gonna ruin the dish. Now, I'm going with the Doikum Perlers. $15 for the entire Perler set. Absolutely lovely, and I love the variety you get. You know, of course, you get the Starman, you get the Mushroom, you get the Fire Flower, you get the question mark block, you get Mario, and of course, you get green Mario. That is a lot of variety, and they are even coasters. That means the back is covered in a little bit of poster board there. That's just extra fiber that the dish is absolutely gonna need. You're gonna wanna make sure you get that in here. Now, my preferred technique is I like to put down a layer of Perlers, and then we top it with, of course, a layer of one of our 3 spicy chickens from Sam Ingstrom. $15 again. That's where I get this from. $15 minimum donation from Sam Ingstrom. You know, you got spicy chicken, you got cool chicken, and of course, you got tingly chicken. There we go. You got all 3 of the important chicken types, and make sure to get those or the dish is not going to taste right. Remember to layer the Perlers in there. And then on top, the top layer, you're going to want to make sure that you have a lovely Nightmare Cross Stitch from Serenade. I believe this is also a $20 minimum donation. Make sure to get those donations in if you want to win something like this, because it's beautiful. And you know what? It's going to go great on top of this pasta alla prizes. Now, over top of that, you want to grate just a little bit of the Firelink Shrine bonfire. Make sure to get that slotted in place before you put it on. Otherwise, it's going to be an absolute mess, let me tell you. Like, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. How could you not love that from Esclair Studios? Looks incredible, and it's going to make a beautiful garnish to go on top of our dish. Now, let's take a quick look and see at how that pasta is cooking. Usually only takes about 6 minutes or so to finish it up, and well, this is completely raw, but also it's a scarf, and that is not an oven, that is a cabinet. You see, I am legally not allowed to have an oven ever since what happened in that parking lot. Don't worry too much about it, it's really not a problem. Luckily, I foresaw this happening, so I went ahead and I made something ahead of time just so that we would have it ready to go. Here is, of course, the beautiful finished product. We got this lovely Babam Battlefield painting from Nerd Pop Prints. $50 minimum donation until the end of the marathon. Make sure to get those donations in because this thing looks absolutely scrumptious. How could you not be interested? Oh, don't. No, not again. Not again. They're not taking me back. I'm not going back.
Oh my God, boss! I leave you in the studio for like 2 hours. Okay, it's fine. There's still time left in the marathon. I can work on this. All right, everybody, we are still getting ready for that next run. So, while I figure out what I am going to do about the scent situation, I'm going to pass the time by reading some more of these awesome donations. Still catching up from SM64. I have a $100 donation here from Mr. Keebler. This Mario 64 run is one of the best I have ever seen on GDQ. Shoutouts to Bubzia and the excellent commentary helping us understand all of the otherwise random movements.